you're watching Meet the Diplomat, and facing us today is Mr. Pedro Pablo De Bedout Gori, the Ambassador of Colombia to India. Welcome to the show, Mr. Gori. Let's start with some of the major problems that Colombia is going through. One of them is drug trafficking. What strong steps you've taken to get rid of this menace?
Well, first of all, let me thank you and Jan Math to express my recognition for this opportunity of bringing to your viewers some facts about my country that I'm very proud to represent in India. India, of course, is a very important country for us. We have had bilateral relations since 1959, and we have very close and similar points of view on several of our issues. The government has taken several steps, very important steps in this sense. First of all, on providing very good opportunities through infrastructure projects. We have a complete control on all of our municipalities that at one time we had several problems with the presence of illegal armed groups. Colombia has 1,095 municipalities. Our army has been strengthened, and the guerrillas and the illegal armed groups have been weakened. On the other hand, we are...
you are trying to crush them, weaken them, or trying to get them into the mainstream?
We have tried for several years to bring them to a negotiating table.
Have you been able to be successful?
We have done so with some of the groups that joined the democratic system. We are in talks now with one of these groups, talks that have been going on for the last 2 to 3 years.
But what I believe, we are deviating a little from the topic we started with, that was drug trafficking. It is not only the problem in Colombia, it is a problem which the whole world is facing.
Yeah.
Colombia seems to be becoming the hub of drug trafficking. It is like one of the largest producers of cocaine and coca derivatives. Do you disagree?
I would say that we have always requested from the international community to have a co-responsibility on this issue. There is production and there is consumption. And unless something is done on the other side, this problem will go on, even though the efforts that Colombia has done. Colombia has invested over $20 billion since 1995 in fighting this problem. Of course, you can think what that means for our economy. We have weakened, as I tell you, these illegal armed groups that were involved or are involved in this trafficking. We are spraying all of the coca or plantations in Colombia, in several areas of Colombia, and we are succeeding in doing that. You can suppose the damage that is done to our forests, to our rivers, where these coca plantations are, and the chemicals that they use to produce the...
You're saying you're fighting hard to combat this problem, but it will take time. That's what you want to say?
It will take time, and we need the cooperation of the international community. And
you seeked for it, but you're not getting it? What is that?
No, we have gotten it, of course. And I think countries all over the world are now aware that there is this co-responsibility, and something has to be done on the other side, on the consumption.
India and Colombia, we have been having a very good, great, cordial, friendly relationship.
Yes.
From the academic point of view, what is expected from India?
Well, we have a very good relationship, as I tell you, and we are promoting trade between our two countries. Our trade balance at this moment is over $200 million. Of course, we expect to sell our products in India. They have there are some high duties on several of the products. We have a similar production, I would say, in some sense, but we are trying to sell our products. And of course, we are promoting also Indian investment in Colombia. We have been very successful in that. Major Indian corporations are interested at this moment in Colombia, in the hydrocarbons area, in mining, several other issues, information technology. And we have perhaps some of the largest Indian groups present today in Colombia, the largest Indian corporations present and investing in Colombia. Colombia had last year an investment of over $10 billion. That shows you what the international community and the Colombian investors are doing. It's a sense of confidence that there is about Colombia at this very moment as a country that is very profitable and very interesting to invest in.
In the year 2001, your former president showed great comprehensive vision to achieve social, political and economic stability and to bring such changes in Colombia. He made good efforts to achieve national reconciliation through peaceful dialogues. What boost did India give you on this?
Well, we are still, as I was telling you, still trying to work out some solution to this problem with the illegally armed groups. And it will take time, of course. It will take time. President Pastrana visited India in 2001. At that moment, we signed several MOUs. And we are working on several of these issues that we agreed with India then, and several other developments that we have now, like we signed the Science and Technology Agreement recently, last year. The Minister of Science and Technology was in Colombia. We have a new cultural agreement. So we have these other MOUs that we are working on.
We just mentioned arms embargo. On the UN platform also, India had raised voice against proliferation of arms and light weapons.
Yes.
But have we been able to achieve some comprehensive convention on this?
Colombia and India are perhaps two of the countries most affected by terrorism. And light arms, weapons, have a huge part in this. And Colombia has been always very active in restraining the use of light arms and weapons. We had the chair of the meeting in New York about light weapons. The chair was our ambassador to Geneva then, who is now one of our deputy ministers in Bogotá, Mr. Camilo Reyes. And he was the chair for this meeting. So we have been extremely active. That for us it's of the utmost importance to see that there is a very effective control on the provision of arms, of small arms and weapons.
But what comprehensive convention we have been able to adopt on this to fight,
to
combat terrorism?
There are several very, very serious and very effective steps, but of course this also is another issue that will take time, also. No?
We'll talk on more issues that India and Colombia can work on and
India
achieve.
has been working on all of these issues very close to Colombia, because we have the same idea and we have the same problem.
You're saying we have the same kind of vision and
we have the same vision in most of these very important issues on the international agenda. We have very close.
We'll come on to all this, but before this, we'll take a short break. Keep watching Meet the Diplomat.